Hello, hello, hello. Happy Tuesday to you. Hope you are well. You got the music going this time, and my streaming software is working this time. So, hello. If you are interested in learning 3 things to know about crop over, keep it locked. And as you can see, I got my feathers today. I got my feathers today. These are my favorite Barbados crop over feathers ever. Yes, aren't they beautiful? And they're holding up too. I think this is like 2019. So they held up quite a bit right through the pandemic. So we love that too. In any case, if you do not know who I am, it's your girl Isha here. I am the Carnivalese in Chief with Events by Ashe, where we plan unique and life changing Caribbean carnival experiences, mostly for professional women who do not have the time or energy to plan their own vacations. And as I said before, today I am talking all about 3 things to know about Barbados crop over. If this is your first time aligning with us here on Facebook, definitely like and share this video. Tag your peeps in it. Let them know I'm talking all about crop over so that they can get the same information that you do for the next Barbados Crop Over Festival. If this is your first time with us on YouTube, like this video and subscribe to our Events by Ashe channel for more videos like this about travel, about food, getting your life together, and the Caribbean Carnival culture. And if you're catching this in the replay, hashtag replay in the comments. So, Barbados crop over. You might be wondering what makes me an expert to talk about this. So I have been attending Caribbean and North American carnivals for over 2 decades. Yes, that is a long time. I have also led group travel experiences to carnivals throughout the Caribbean, including Barbados. And I'm sure you have questions. You know, you've heard about this thing, this carnival in Barbados. It's called Crop Over. What kind of a name is that? Whatever questions that you have about Barbados Carnival, please feel free to put them in the comments to this video. I will be monitoring, of course, and answering all and any questions that you may have about the amazing Barbados Crop Over Festival. So definitely tell me hi, what your questions are in the comments. All right. And there we go. So the first thing to know, and this is an interesting one. The first thing to know about Barbados Crop Over, it is a small and it is a mighty carnival. Yes. And I like to refer to Barbados Crop Over when people ask me about Barbados Carnival. What is it like? What can I expect? I like to think of it as more intimate. Of course, this is all in perspective, and I'll explain that in a second. However, I do feel like you make more meaningful connections with the folks on the friendly island of Barbados. And if that matters to you, if you know having an authentic experience, getting to connect with the locals, then Barbados really is the carnival for you. Crop Over is the carnival for you, because I find that is one of the things that I really love about just the island of Barbados in general. People are so friendly. They love when you're a tourist and you're visiting their island. They're very proud of Barbados, and they like to show you all of the things that you would not necessarily or normally get on a tour or whatever. So definitely, if intimate local connections and the true authentic flavor of an island is important to you, then Crop Over is your Caribbean festival. All right. Now, I mentioned that Crop Over was small and mighty. So when I say small, all right, put it in perspective. Visitor estimates to Crop Over this year were 100,000 people. Okay, so let's put that in perspective. Now, this number of visitors, sorry, rivals other North American carnivals. So it's not small depending on your perspective. If you're comparing it to some other Caribbean carnivals like, say, Trinidad, then that is a small amount of people. But honestly, it really does attract a large number of visitors around the world. But when you compare and contrast it to some other carnivals, like even if you compare and contrast it to the West Indian Day Parade in Brooklyn, if you compare and contrast it to what is dubbed the largest North American festival, I'm pretty sure it still carries that title, Toronto Caribbean Carnival, aka Caravana. They attract, Caravana, I think the last time I looked at the stats, it was like 1 million people who flocked to the city to experience that carnival. So 100K, it's not as big. it's small, but it is definitely mighty. And when I say mighty, the events that you experience during the Crop Over Festival, they pack an intoxicating, what I like to call a 1-2 punch. That is just irresistible. I was hooked from the very, very first Barbados crop over that I went to. And I just knew that I had to share it with everybody because it's just amazing. I especially love the boat rides, also known as boat fetes, also known as boat parties. And with all of the beautiful blue water that surrounds Barbados, it is hard not to get seduced while you dance and drink on a boat. All right, I'm telling you. So let me just share some pictures. And again, if you're watching and I see that you're watching, leave me a comment and say hi and leave any of your questions about the Barbados Crop Over Festival. So I'm just going to share some pictures here. Speaking of the wonderful boat rides, I mean, look at this water. Really look at this water. It's just gorgeous. How could you not love yourself in Barbados? Like living your best life looking at this beautiful water. And this is from our beautiful friends over at Tiami Catamaran Cruises. This is a part of our 2-night upgrade with Ultimate Crop Over, which is the t-shirt that I'm wearing today. And they just do a fabulous job. Great food, great vibes, great music, amazing time with Tiami every single year. And then we have more smiling faces, of course, on the Tiami cruise. Then we get into the Big Bad Limas cruise. All right. Limas is my favorite fete in Barbados, hands down. I go to many of them year after year just to see, is this something I'm going to like better? But no, Limas is it, right? So I've just really limited myself to Limas now. And I'm like, why am I even bothering to go to other fetes? Because it's just amazing. So I have some pictures here of our clients enjoying the Limas cruise. Of course, on the Big Bad Gold boat, top deck, that is the best place to be. Sun shining, bar right there, music blasting, having a wonderful, wonderful time. And here's just another picture of our clients enjoying the sunshine and enjoying such a great time at the Barbados Crop Over Festival. All right, so what else is there about this small and mighty carnival that you need to know? The other thing that gets me sucked in with Barbados is the food. You can have amazingly delicious, wonderful food anywhere on the island of Barbados. I love seafood. I'm a seafood lover. Many of you, if you've been following me for a while, you know this about me. And you can get lots of wonderful, delicious seafood while you are there. A couple of my fave spots to check out on the island. Of course, you have to go to Oystons for the Friday night fish fry with the locals. Check out Grillin' and Chillin'. That is my favorite restaurant down there. There are many, and you will not have a bad meal. Make sure that you check out the Barbados macaroni pie. I know there's some people who are going to get vexed with me, okay? Barbados has the best macaroni pie in the Caribbean, okay? If you don't know what macaroni pie is, it is a baked pasta dish, and it has cheese, it has cream or milk. It in Barbados, I think they put like a ketchup in there, but it's not a lot. It's just a little bit to give it a little bit of sweetness, and of course, there's other spices that go into that. It is baked up and sliced into little squares, and it is just absolutely gloriously delicious. So Grillin' and Chillin' does that very well. I also really love Grillin' and Chillin's whole snapper. You can have it grilled or fried. It is just absolutely wonderful. They put the seasonings in there, fry it up or grill it up, and it is absolutely fantastic. A couple of my other food spots that I love are Tides. I love Tides. Tides for me is all about the view, and then it's the food. So Tides is a waterfront restaurant on the Platinum Coast of Barbados, which is where Rihanna's house is. We actually got to drive by Rihanna's house on the way to Tides when we were there in August, which was fun. And yes, the view is fantastic, and I'll have some pictures for you in a second. And the food is great as well. It is a fine dining restaurant. So I highly recommend you go in the daytime so you can take in the beautiful blue waters. Of course, you'll get some great photos for IG there. And to have a wonderful freshly prepared meal that is just imaginative. It uses local ingredients. They change their menu every couple of months with the seasons. Of course, it's the Caribbean, so there's not seasons like we have in North America. But, you know, fruits and vegetables go in and out of seasons. And I really love that about Tides. They actually take the seasons into consideration and tailor their menu for that. So Tides is another standby on my list that I have to go to every single time I go to Barbados. And there is Reggie's, which is at the north side of the island. Again, another fantastic view. This is a Jamaican restaurant, so you will get some fabulous Jamaican food there, all freshly prepared. So definitely that's another spot to check out. All right, so let me show you some pictures. Let's get some pictures of the food. Here we go. So these are pictures from Tides that I was telling you about. Of course, we got the drinks going at Tides, which was awesome. This is just a photo of one of their appetizers, more drinks. And this was one of their main dishes. This dish was absolutely wonderful. It was coconut curry, and it was actually served in a coconut shell, an actual coconut shell, and it was fantastic. Then we have another picture of our wonderful client smiling, having a really great time. Now, to tell you, I don't know how the photographer got this shot, because this table, the edge of the table is actually facing the waterfront. So he had to like climb up on something, get everybody to pose and take this beautiful shot. But it is absolutely fabulous. Then we have some more food being served here. The desserts, the desserts. Oh, so good. So good. And then we're back to the drinks here. Special mention of a restaurant, and I forgot to put this in my notes, but Bliss Cafe, which is a Black-owned, family-owned and operated spot in the Gap, as it is affectionately known. It's also called the St. Lawrence Gap officially. Bliss Cafe is another fantastic breakfast or lunch spot if you're looking for some more delicious food in Barbados. All right, so that's thing number one that you need to know about Crop-Over. It is a small and it is a mighty carnival. Crop-Over has you covered, trust me. So we're going to check that one off the list. And again, if you have any questions about Barbados Crop-Over, definitely leave it in the chat. Even if you don't have any questions, just leave me a comment and say hello. All right, so let's get into the second thing that you need to know about Barbados Crop-Over, and that is it is a one-day parade, but it is a trek, okay? So now and this is because the Barbados Crop-Over Parade, also known as the Kadooment Parade, it is back to its original route. So the last year's carnival, which was 2022, they actually had a decentralized parade because they were still concerned about the COVID numbers. But this year, they brought back the parade to its original route. So starting in Warrens and heading all the way down to the south of the island, past the Spring Garden Highway. And even beyond that, depending on where your particular band house ends their parade, right? So I estimated being anywhere between 6 to 8 miles. Of course, those are a lot of steps. So you know what that means. You better be fit and ready to handle the Kadooment Parade, all right? It is a great parade route, though, honestly. It's really lovely to kind of pass through some of the smaller streets just off to the edge of Bridgetown. You don't go through the capital city, like through the middle of Bridgetown, but you do go through some of the outskirts of Bridgetown. And it's so nice to see all of the locals excited to see all the costumes, dancing on the sidelines, some of them even dipping in and out of the band, you know. So it's a really lovely parade. And it is quite picturesque when you come down to the Spring Garden Highway side. All of the greenery that's down there, it really is quite pretty. So you need to be fit and ready to handle that trek, all right? Of course, it's not as long as Trinidad. Trinidad is anywhere from 13 to 15 miles, but it is still quite a trek, all right? So let's show you some pictures. So here are all of our gorgeous client smiles ready to go and hit the parade. We had such a good time with Aura. That was our costume provider this year. Here's some more fooling around on the road, some more posing on the road. and some more posing on the road. Our clients were definitely feeling themselves in their beautiful, beautiful costumes. So we had such a great time with them. Now, the good thing to know also about the Barbados Carnival Parade is that unlike Trinidad and some other islands, their Juve, also known as 4-day mourning in Barbados, does not happen on the same day as the parade. Now, some people may feel, a ways about that. Some of us diehard carnival goers are like, you cannot have a parade without Juve being the same morning, and Carnival Monday, da, 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 da. But for those of you who are newbies, although the parade is a trek, it's good that Juve is actually not on the same day for you, because 4-day mourning actually happens on the Saturday before the Kadooment parade. So it's not on the same day. So you get to rest up a little bit in between, although you're probably going to be partying, but at least it's not a terribly long day with Juve from first thing in the morning all the way through to the parade. So for newbies, it's manageable. It is absolutely manageable. You still need to be fit and ready to handle 4-day mourning, first of all, and then handle the parade. They're not on the same day, but they are still close together. So you want to make sure that you are fit, you are ready to handle everything, 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 everything. All right. And I'm going to share some pictures here about Juve. Smiles, all smiles at Juve. And of course, we did 4-day mourning with Native Juve, who is a local Bajan band, and always have a great time with Native. And here is the foam machine. Let me tell you about the foam machine. It was a lot of fun. They had a foam machine. They had a water truck that was, spraying people. Of course, it wasn't hard water, but it was spraying people with water. They were dancing, having a great time. There were live performances. There was a rhythm section with drums and everything. I mean, Native was just a really, really fantastic time. We had a really great time with Native. So yes, that's the second thing you need to know about the Barbados Carnival Barbados crop over Carnival. Can I talk? It is a parade. It is a 1-day parade, but it is a trek. So you need to be ready to handle all the jamming. All right. So again, questions, put them in the chat. Let me know what questions you have about Barbados crop over. And the third and last but not least thing to know about Barbados crop over is that it can be pricey. However, you can easily combat this by booking well in advance. And I say this especially with the flights. All right. Now you might be thinking, oh, it's all the way in August. I'll book my flight in January. That's still 8 months in advance. You're going to be in for a shock. Okay. Honestly, I remember the last time I looked this up for a client, and I think this was for 2019. Actually, no, I looked it up for a client this year. In January, the flights were hovering around the $900,000 mark. And of course, it depends on where in the US you're flying from, or even from Canada, where you're flying from. But booking flights early in this case with Barbados crop over is really the way to go. You will save yourself a lot of money. Even waiting to 6 to 8 months in advance, I would not do that. I would definitely book my flights as early as possible. All right. It's definitely in your best interest. Okay. And then the other thing to note is you might say, okay, I'm going to wait until January, February, or maybe you just didn't heed my warning in this video and you waited until January or February to book your flight and you're thinking, oh, the price is going to go down, man. Once January or February hits, I've never seen the pricing go down for Barbados crop over flights. All right. It's the same thing with the hotels. It is a good time to book now. 11 months, 10 months in advance is a really, really good time to book because the prices only go up the closer and the closer that you get to crop over. Now, other costs to factor in your trip, you have to eat, right? So the food is great. However, it can be pricing depending on where or what you eat, right? Transportation can also be pricey. I find going from island to island, I find Barbados can be a little bit pricier for transportation, especially if you want a reliable driver. A reliable driver is going to be in high demand during crop over. So just make sure that you secure all of these things in advance and create a realistic budget as you go about your planning, because the prices, you may be in for a shock. You'll probably be in for a sticker shock. All right. So those are the 3 things to know about Barbados crop over. Let's recap. Number 1, it is a small and mighty carnival. So you have to be ready to go the distance. All right. There is a 1-day parade, the Kadooment Parade, but it's easily 8 to 9 miles. So if you are a newbie, make sure that you can handle this 8 to 9 mile trek, dancing, whining, and having the best time. You need to be ready to take it on. All right. And then thing number 3 is that it can be pricey. So book well in advance. All right. Now let's keep number 3 in mind, booking in advance. All right. The easy choice for you, of course, is to go with us to Ultimate Crop Over. Yes, because we plan everything for you. All right. And Ultimate Crop Over 2024 is one of our summer travel experiences. As I said, we handle everything for you. Accommodations at the beachfront Hilton Barbados, your costume with Aura, which is an all-inclusive costume provider, a local in Barbados, boat party tickets, a 4-day morning experience, 3 day trips, including that fabulous waterfront dining experience that I talked about at Tides, and the Oystins Friday night fish fry, and so much more. So all of the events on our Ultimate Crop Over itinerary are all inclusive. So that is a money savings for you. You will have to get 1 or 2 or maybe even 3 meals at the Hilton Barbados, or there are other restaurants around that you can definitely look into if you didn't want to dine on site at the Hilton, although I highly recommend their food. Really great food. Have not had a bad meal at the Hilton Barbados Resort at all. And in addition to all of that you get with Ultimate Crop Over, it is a completely guided travel experience, and you are hosted there with our local team in Barbados. So you will be with the locals. You will get an authentic experience. Everything is planned for you. It really is a no-brainer. All you need to do is book your package, book your flight, and show up in Barbados, because of course our Ultimate Crop Over experience does not include your flight. But that's the easy solution, right? So our website is live right now with the pricing and the, let me just do something here. Our website is live right now with the package details, the dates of travel, also includes all of our pricing is live on the website right now. And I will put the link in here. Let's see. Where's my comment? How do I put my comment in here? Show? No, hide. That's not what I meant to do. Here we go. No, that's not what I need to do. I can't figure out how to put my website in here. That's not good. Okay, let's see if I can. This is very strange. Cannot find my comments. That's okay. I will put the link to Barbados Ultimate Crop Over 2024 in the description that goes with this video, so that you can come along, look at all of the details, and hopefully book to go with us in 2024. So the registration, we have the package details, pricing is on the website. Registration, meaning when you can buy a package, actually starts tomorrow, which is September the 20th. That's when the packages will go live. We are only selling 26 spots of this travel experience. 26, that is correct. So grab your crew and be ready to book at noon Eastern tomorrow on September the 20th. And as I said, I will definitely put the website link in the description to this video, so you have it. All right, that is everything from me today. Thank you so much for watching again. If you're watching us on YouTube, Facebook, tag your friends, forward the video, share it to them, and Subscribe to our channel, like our Facebook page so you can be notified of more videos like this. And that is it for me. Let's get the music going. All right. So I do thank you for joining me today. And as we always say,